Welcome back to Superior Sunrise. With me now, Superior Livestock Rep Shane Christian. Shane, you kind of had to come into town for some work, but you also got to get rewarded that 250,000 head lifetime achievement getting a saddle. How did it feel to finally hit that milestone?
Well, it's kind of like going to the moon because I didn't expect it. And if it wasn't for the great customers and them adapting to delivering cattle more professionally and doing that for the miles across mostly the state of Wyoming, and then discovering the crowd, the group that has got milk, and the beef dairy crosses has been a big aid to that. And I didn't think it was in my headlights of life to get it, but then when it arrived and I realized a couple of years ago, this is obtainable, I kind of went more with a smile and let's get after it and get it accomplished. But it's a customer base right down to the truckers that travel our 3G area of Wyoming. They can't use GPS to get to the ranches yet, and the professionals they are to come and get our cattle out of there, because the railroad doesn't want us. If they had us, they'd lose us. So there's no sense in running cattle unless you got trucks that are willing to come, and they are professionals. It's like the Charlie Plumb story. Have you ever heard it? A fighter pilot that went down behind enemy lines, and a crew member that packed and repacked his parachute recognized him one time years later and said, he addressed him and he says, "Well, how do you know me? I repacked and packed your parachute every time you put it on and got in a plane or got out on a mission trip or a real fight trip." They went around the world remembering those who packed their parachute, and that's what I'm trying to do. It's from our customers that are raising these cattle, the calves and the yearling guys, the feedlot guys, right down to the trucks involved in our industry, all professionals.
You mentioned there at the beginning working with your customers and them adapting to these changes. What are some of those changes that you've seen your customers go through marketing their cattle this way?
Well, with marketing as Superior, I'm going to go back to what we write down on the contract and have to offer, and it's getting those calves on those trucks out of there so we can call the figures into the buyers in a lot of the central state before their tummy growls for lunch. Or maybe it's a donut break, during the mid-morning. But that's important. They've got all their investment in an unknown deal. It might be a repeat customer, which has been a real blessing through the career of having repeat customers on buyers and sellers alike. But it is important to adjust. People wanted a little more microwave than let's kiss each of them goodbye. Do that the day before. And them calves are precious when you had them in your bathrooms warming them up on them frigid nights. But so it's been and Superior takes that contract from there and exposes it to our buyer base, and it's just been a good career.
Well, tell me how you got your start here at Superior.
It was one split load at a time in western Wyoming, and it was a time. And two of my customers today are two of my original customers. One of them was my first customer on, and when my boys were in diapers, they fed the family. So they become family. It's not friends and family. That's truly what my customer base is.
Well, that's incredible. So tell me, this will probably be your answer, but what's the most rewarding thing to you about this business?
That's a tough one because there's so many. Because we got the group of everybody involved. It's the relationships with the people. It's helping them and letting them know what the buyers are thinking, what the industry's going through and thinking as I travel down the road. And I kind of burn up the phone while I do that. And I try not to walk and text because I'm not a very good texter, let alone drive and text. But it's the relationships with the families. It really is. And on buyers too. It is knowing some of them, going and seeing them. Go see your cattle, you'll learn more. So.
Well, we certainly appreciate the work that you do as a rep, and congratulations on 250,000 head. That really is incredible. Don't go anywhere. We have got more Superior Sunrise up next.